Hi guys, Judy here. Today I'm going to talk about intimacy with your groom. This message and all my messages are to the bride. So this is the lion. This is my lion. This is the original Rapture kitty right here. Anyway, as deep as you want to go with God is as far as you want to go in intimacy, He'll go. There's no bounds. There's no limit. I'm not talking a physical sexual intimacy because I've been accused of some pretty crazy things out there, and I just want to clarify that I mean a spiritual intimacy, a beauty and a pureness to be one with your Creator, and it's not at all sexual. That is reserved for man and woman in marriage. And I know that you guys know that I what I mean, but I just want to clarify it because I just want to do that. Okay, so huh, Bubs? You think so? Yeah, there's Marty. He's over there. Anyway, the Lord was speaking to me today about intimacy, and I had made a video and talked about how bad preaching sort of messed up my bedroom salvation experience. And when I was 2016, he found me in my bedroom. I mean, I did seek him. I did have to do my part, but then he did answer, and he revealed himself to me fully. And I was very troubled. I had come from an abused home and didn't want to stay on earth anymore and was planning a suicide unless there was a God that cared and intervened, was my last message to him. I said, if you're not there and if you're not real, I'm leaving because there's nothing to live for. So glad that I had the background I have now, but I wasn't happy then. And I can't wait for 100% restoration. But I am grateful for the gift I have because of my experience. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is all things work together for good to those that love the Lord. Don't spend your whole life saying, I wish I was from this background or that. God made it exactly. He allowed it. Yeah, He didn't want that abuse to happen to me, but He let something good come of it. Okay, we live in a sinful world and people hurt people. And God doesn't like that. It hurts His heart. It makes Him sad, but He has a way out of that. Okay, so this morning He really talked to me about this, about intimacy. I talked about there was a lot of bad preaching that I was exposed to a couple years later after I was saved in my bedroom and had such deep intimacy with God. I mean, we talked about every little thing. And when I started going to church a couple years later, I heard like bad preaching. Well, I know it's bad now, but I didn't know it was bad then. I thought it was right. And I felt so guilty because everything the preacher was saying, it was like, oh, I do that. Well, he'd be like, God gives you common sense. You don't have to wake up and ask him what color socks you're supposed to wear today. I mean, you don't have to ask him who you're going to marry. I mean, you marry the person you're attracted to. I mean, he gives us choice. He gives you a mind and a free will for you to use it. And some of you just get way too, detailed. And, it's like you're bugging God. It's like, and he didn't say it exactly like that, but that was the point. And a lot of preachers talk like that. I got that message over and over again, that you're bugging God. Like, give me a break. You don't have to talk about every little thing. And I used to. So, anyway, he's back to square one again, and he wants me. I've already said this, but I need to say it again today to some of you. He wants in on everything. Yes, you have common sense. Yes, you have a free will. Yes, some things are just understood. When you get up, you're going to brush your teeth. Okay, that's true. That's obvious. You're going to brush your teeth and you're going to go to the bathroom. Usually when you wake up, you do those things within the first hour of waking up. Usually, okay? So I'm not saying you have to ask God, can I go to the bathroom? Can I brush my teeth now? Can I go potty? I mean, but I am going to go so far as to say it's very detailed. Okay, that aside, you can ask him for the next thing. What do you want me to do today? What do you want of me today? Do you want me to eat today? If so, what do you want me to eat? What do you want me to wear? Who do you want me to minister to or talk to or be a friend to? I mean, as intimate as you want to go, as far as you want to go in this relationship with your groom before you see him face to face. And I'm saying it could be any day now, any day, from what he's telling me today. And he woke me up with this message. He will go there with you, and he's excited to go there with you. He not only will and wants to, he's not mad if you don't go there with him. So let me just make that clear. But he will and he wants to, and he's eager and excited to talk to you about what you wear. What should you do today with your day? What can you do in your spare time? What does he want you to do? He wants to be a part of it. And some of you will get stuck at, well, I asked and I didn't hear anything. But you're always hearing God, and he's always talking. I'm telling you, I promise you, some of the things that you're asking, he'll fine tune. And that's why he wants to play this game with you, if you will. Because what it is it's fine tuning your hearing. Some people insist on still telling me, I don't hear him, Judy. I asked him, I didn't hear anything. So I decided to go ahead and do this because I didn't hear yes, I didn't hear no, but I felt okay. Well, that's God. If you have a feeling or a leaning that something is okay, you know, then it's him. You have to start with what you're given from him. You can't get too religious on this, okay? If you're expecting like an audible voice really loud in the air, you might be going a little too far, okay? You have to take what you get, what he gives you. Take the crumb that God gives you and follow the crumb trail. Follow the crumb trail. You are going to hear him. The groom of the universe told me to tell you today, I'm speaking. Tell them to not give up if they don't hear me in 2 seconds. It's a game of how much do you want me? Will you go a little further to hear me? Will you not just say, okay, he doesn't talk to me, I'm done. I'm not talking to him anymore. Or just kind of like loosely give into lethargy, in this area. Don't. God says don't. I'm your groom. Don't give into lethargy. Don't give into being lazy with me. I'm not lazy with you. I stayed up all night watching over you when you slept. Don't be lazy with me. Seek me with your whole heart. Ask me. Ask me. Talk to me about everything. Where should I get gas today? You know what? Fill in your own stuff because I don't know your schedule. But this is what he wanted me to do today. And I did it. I'm going to give you an example from my very own life. God told me this morning, I want a little more. And I'm thinking, don't we go deep enough? I want to go deeper. He told me he wasn't going to pull the rug out from under me, so to speak, like he did in 2013, but he did want me to ask him if I was supposed to work today. And I did. And he said no. I said, are you serious? I can't call in. Yes, you can. I said no. And I had this really sick feeling until I obeyed. I was at 5:55. I called the employer, left a message, and so they could get other help, and it was fine. And it was funny because I was thinking, okay, I'm not going to get paid for today. That kind of sucks, but that's okay. I have a full job at home, homeschooling, and I had tons to do at home. I have so much work that it's fine and it's good. But I was like, God, and God said to me an hour into my son and I doing schoolwork and me just feeling his peace because I obeyed, he said, oh, by the way, you've accumulated another sick day. Go ahead and use it. I said, what? So I emailed my boss and I said, can you please credit my sick day today from my account? And she goes, she emailed me right away and said, oh yeah, you have one left. You accrued another one. So yeah, no problem. It's your last one for the year though. And I didn't even know I had that. I thought I used everything because I had so much dental work this year. But the Lord, he knew that. So he told me, he goes, see, I told you to stay home. I told you to work at home, and I'm going to pay you for it, and I'm going to give you a message that I want you to deliver, and I want you to tell my bride I went in on the details, and I'm starting with you. I'm going to, whatever, the messages I give, I live, okay? The messages that I give from this channel, I live. I don't just preach something and tell you that it's, unattainable, or it is, I have to do it too. And I did it today. So I give this message with great joy. And I'm not done because I asked him then, okay, you told me to stay home. What do you want me to do? and I will tell you next in part 2.